Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Clemson's offense will have the ball first. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. Like, I'm excited about this new era of football. Like, we're seeing better tackling and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Breaks into the open. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Clemson. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And they tacked on the extra point. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front, because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like, when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, they can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
They've got him now, and he almost picked up that first down on the screen.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
They're already down a touchdown early, and the last thing they need to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back to that offense. They'll go for it on 4th down. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Looking downfield, it's Mack. Release to the back. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Spits it out to the back. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Give to the single back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Sets up the screen. Touchdown, Clemson! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And now this offense will take the field again. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab down the middle. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw, it's Mack. Gets it out quickly. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Now on second down. Wants to go up top. Using the quick game. Turning it on. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. Makes the grab. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the middle. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get in the ball. Really good coach.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Perhaps drawing confidence by converting an earlier fourth down. They'll try to do it for a second time in the opening quarter. They get to him as he throws. Finds him out of the backfield. Pulls it in and runs into the end zone for a touchdown.
And what a great play call there on fourth down. You know, they script and practice these all throughout the week. You've got to be able to call something that you know you can run in your sleep. Beautiful execution on that fourth down play for a touchdown.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. The early scripts have worked, trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Working that left side now. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. First and 10 for the offense. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Here's the pressure. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Going deep. Pulls it in down the sideline. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Well, he's making it look easy out there, snagging that pass. Sammy Watkins, Mike Williams, T. Higgins. Great Clemson receivers in recent years. These guys just got open. They found a way with their speed and their route running ability. It's a lot of what this guy does here, too. He makes it easy on his quarterback.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll try the run. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and goal. The Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He's not even going to make it to the 20, much less the 25. They'll mark it out of bounds at the 18. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Makes the grab. It's Hardy. Got room at the 35. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Pocket breaking down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. It's Mack. Throws to the back. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hardy. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. See what they dial up on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Just keeps slinging it. Punts it out of the air. And the defense drags him down. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Man, great zone coverage in the back end by this defense. A lot of eyeballs on the quarterback. Great job. The ball comes out, and you can see, Jesse, that defensive secondary on a string, break on the football, and they go force the INT.
And that's what this defense wants to do. They want to win 1st and 2nd down, bring their dime personnel on the field 3rd and long, play that zone defense. There's nowhere for you to throw the football, and they get a critical takeaway.
Rushes on him. Snagged in the middle. It's Welsh. They stop him at the 22. 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Got a man. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total. Touchdown, Tigers! Fitted in the window for the score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here, he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost a race.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. This time it's complete. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. He's got it. 1st down and more. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Looking to throw, it's Mack. Caught. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. They want to get this defense on its heels. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and it'll be enough for the 1st down. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he makes the catch. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Up-tempo for the offense. Back to pass on 2nd down. Caught close to the marker. It's Strickland. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. Pass completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick completion on the out. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Caught near the sticks. It's Hardy. Into their happy place for a touchdown.
Let's just call it like it is. The 1st half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Power football with the run. Across the 25, he's got room. There he goes. He's at the 40. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. They'll immediately call timeout. And as the clock is winding down here in the 1st half, they'll send out the field goal team. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere there today in Lawrence. And how can we begin our analysis of that 1st half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's kick it back to the guys at Kansas Memorial Stadium.
Clemson will kick this deep to get the 2nd half underway. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Wants to throw. It's Mack. Fires to the right. Got the big tight end on the corner route. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Got it in the middle. It's Hardy. There he goes. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
Offense facing 4th down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Takes the handoff. It's Welch. Creates a little room. Quick step and go. He's loose. He's at the touchdown, Clemson. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged down. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
There's an example of a dude getting beat one-on-one with his quarterback getting closer and closer to his end zone, man. That's scary.
Back to throw, it's Mack. Looking down the middle. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Caught over the middle. It's Hardy. He stopped at the 15. Not enough for the 1st down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offsides. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You've set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
Gets it out fast. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. He'll do it himself. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off.
Touchdown, Clemson! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Back to throw, it's Mack. Here comes the heat. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Another incompletion on third down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play.
Hauls it in, the first down and more. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The analytics nerds say the goal is at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. Under fire. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back. It'll be third and long. They just keep firing. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on 4th down with the heat. Great place to start for this offense. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Got a man, it's Williams. Oh, what a cut! He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. To the air, it's Barnett. Looking for the goal line.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. The give to the back. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short. No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. And as we start the 4th quarter, they'll try to knock 3 through the uprights. And you'll have to be precise from the left hash in this short angle. Right down the boulevard, it's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the offense onto the field again. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's going to take off. QB got it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Mack. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's a touchdown.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. He'll set up to throw. Back swinging for the goal line. He's got it and just sashays into the end zone for the touchdown.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. And they're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know next time you take the field which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
And he puts through the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, it is now a final in Conference USA and a game I think a lot of folks will want to hear about. Middle Tennessee put one in the win column in convincing fashion. The Blue Raiders had zero issue moving the ball, and that defense held strong in key moments. Talk about a complete performance. One game, I know, fellas, but it could be one to circle when we consider the big picture there in CUSA.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one. Breaks into the open. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll leave it with him. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Clemson will come to the line with a 1st and goal. 42 spot. Trying to barge their way in. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. He'll keep it himself. And they stop him again for no gain, and it will be 3rd down. And after that stop from the defense, they're still on the 2, and now it's 3rd down. Slams ahead. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. Absolutely center cut. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Dropping back, it's Mack. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Hardy. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense.
Ready up.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Made a defender miss. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the 4th quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. 1st and goal for the offense. They're going to run it. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now this offense is back on the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Can't make the catch, and it'll be 3rd down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration. Right down the middle. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Got it, looking for the 1st down. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee. And
interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Takes it the other way. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense takes matters into its own hands. Guys, I'm going to tell you, I just never saw this team falling into a 3-game losing streak. They are wounded, reeling, and they've had their confidence shaken.
It's been ugly. There's no other way to spin it. This is very ungood, not good. Got to find some way to get this turned around. Got to make more plays. You know, this is something that's frustrating, but let's not let it define your dynasty, right?